breaking news tonight about, do you remember My Boyfriends Lev and Igor? Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman were colleagues of Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Parnas and Mr. Fruman were arrested in 2019 and charged, among other things, with allegedly funneling large illegal foreign donations to a PAC supporting Trump's reelection and to other Republican candidates. Both Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman pled not guilty. Mr. Parnas had since made public claims, including on this show, that he was basically bamboozled into a plot by Giuliani and Trump and some other Trumpworld figures to try to wheedle dirt out of the nation of Ukraine that could be used against Joe Biden in the 2020 election. That plot, of course, ultimately led to Trump impeachment number 1. Lev Parnas has publicly named not just Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump, but also Trump administration officials, including William Barr, the former attorney general, as having been in the loop on some of that scam. Mr. Parnas has kind of fairly high-profile figure since he was charged, even as he's fighting these charges and pleading not guilty. Mr. Fruman has been much less of a high-profile figure, but it is Mr. Fruman, Igor, who is apparently going to change his plea from not guilty to guilty. A change of plea notice was docketed in his case today. He'll have a hearing on that matter before a federal judge in the Southern District of New York on Wednesday. Now, in the filings around that Wednesday hearing, at the hearing itself, we may learn the circumstances of his guilty plea, whether this means he is turning state's evidence, whether this means Igor Fruman is cooperating with prosecutors to tell them what he knows about other people's actions, other potential crimes. Because of Igor Fruman's links with former President Trump and Mr. Giuliani, because of the subsequent revelations about Mr. Giuliani being under federal criminal investigation for his part in whatever they were doing in Ukraine, Igor, the man you see here on the right with President Trump, Igor pleading guilty has to be a very uncomfortable-making development for parts of Trump world tonight, if his guilty plea is going to be accompanied by a cooperation deal with federal prosecutors. We shall see.